King Charles III's commitment to his royal duties remains unwavering, even as he continues his treatment for cancer. At the age of 75, the king's diagnosis in early 2024 followed a period of medical care for an enlarged prostate. Despite this, Buckingham Palace has made it clear that while the king may reduce his public schedule slightly, he intends to stay engaged in key matters whenever possible. On the 10th of July 2025, King Charles warmly welcomed French President Emmanuel Macron and First Lady Brigitte Macron to Windsor Castle. It was a grand occasion marked by ceremonial greetings, official talks, and a diplomatic luncheon where dignitaries from both nations gathered. Photos captured the monarch interacting with his guests, standing proudly beside Queen Camilla, as ever the gracious host. But amidst these formal duties, the king's health became a topic of public speculation. Some photos from the event showed him with a noticeable bloodshot right eye, which led to immediate online discussions. While this raised concerns for many, medical experts quickly clarified that what appeared alarming was, in fact, a common condition known as a subconjunctival hemorrhage. This occurs when a blood vessel in the eye breaks, often due to a simple sneeze or even a minor bump. As unsettling as it might seem, it's usually harmless and fades naturally in 1 to 2 weeks without requiring medical intervention. Crucially, no statements from Buckingham Palace have linked this eye issue to his ongoing cancer treatment. It's important to remember that with public figures, especially members of the royal family, speculation can easily spiral. Without verified medical input, it's best not to jump to conclusions. King Charles's transparency about his health marks a bold departure from royal tradition. For centuries, royal health issues were kept strictly under wraps, sometimes even from the monarchs themselves. But in 2024, when King Charles revealed his cancer diagnosis, he became the first British monarch to do so openly. Buckingham Palace's announcement was a rare moment of openness in the royal family, confirming that the king had been diagnosed during treatment for an unrelated medical issue and would undergo outpatient care at a cancer support event in May 2024. The king spoke with heartfelt sincerity about his personal journey. He expressed admiration for the resilience and bravery of cancer patients, as well as the selfless dedication of caregivers and medical professionals. His words, full of compassion, struck a chord with many, as they reflected not just his own experiences, but the shared strength of a nation facing similar struggles. This approach to health, candid and compassionate, has been described as part of a broader modernization of the monarchy. For many royal historians, this shift in communication is groundbreaking. The secrecy of the past has given way to a more open dialogue, one that breaks down barriers of stigma and raises awareness of real health challenges that affect millions of people. It's clear that King Charles's transparency aligns with his vision of a monarchy that is more in tune with the people it serves. His approach to modernizing the monarchy is one that has resonated with younger generations, including his son Prince William and daughter-in-law Princess Catherine, who share his values of openness and social responsibility. As for King Charles's cancer, there's no reason to believe that his condition is anything other than manageable. There have been no official statements to suggest that the king's illness is terminal or that he is in need of palliative care. Rumors to the contrary have circulated from unnamed sources and should be treated with caution until confirmed by reliable sources. The most recent updates from the palace affirm that his treatment is progressing positively, and the king continues to recover, returning gradually to his royal duties. His schedule, while adjusted for his health needs, still includes key engagements, though a more modest approach is in place. A planned short summer retreat at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, a long-standing royal tradition, will allow the king a well-earned break. Even during his time of rest, he will remain engaged with state matters, reading briefings and approving documents. A palace aide confirmed that King Charles is managing incredibly well, with the monarch showing remarkable focus and determination. Advances in cancer treatments have allowed many patients to continue with their professional lives, and King Charles, ever dedicated to his role, is no different. Public reaction to the king's resilience has been overwhelmingly supportive. His presence at significant events such as the D-Day 80th anniversary in Normandy and the Trooping the Color Parade has been seen as a powerful testament to his strength and resolve. Through these moments, the king has demonstrated that despite the personal health challenges he faces, His commitment to his duties and the crown remains unshaken. Despite the challenges, there is no sign that King Charles intends to step down. In fact, the British monarchy operates under a long-standing tradition that monarchs serve until death, barring extraordinary circumstances like severe cognitive decline or a personal choice to abdicate, none of which apply in his case. The king's public appearances, including his recent one with President Macron, demonstrate that he is fully engaged in his role as monarch, even as he deals with a personal health battle. The bloodshot eye, while attention-grabbing, is nothing more than a harmless symptom that many people experience at some point in their lives. As he continues to recover and adapt to his new reality, King Charles's open approach to both his health and his royal duties stands as an example of modern leadership in the monarchy. His resilience, transparency, and unwavering sense of duty paint a picture of a monarch who is not only a symbol of tradition, but a figure who connects with the challenges faced by ordinary people. The king's future engagements, while influenced by his medical needs, will undoubtedly continue to reflect his commitment to the role he has devoted his life to. All official updates from Buckingham Palace point to a steady recovery, with King Charles remaining as focused and engaged as ever in his duties as head of state as King Charles navigates his ongoing treatment. There is an undeniable sense of duty and compassion that guides his every decision. Unlike any monarch before him, his openness about his health has created a bridge between the royal family and the public, a gesture that shows vulnerability, yet tremendous strength. It is a vulnerability that not only humanizes him but also fosters a deeper connection with the millions of citizens he serves. His decision to share his diagnosis with the world was not one made lightly. It's clear that King Charles is deeply aware of the influence he wields, both within his family and beyond the palace gates. His candidness about cancer brought with it a ripple effect, a shift toward more open conversations about health, especially among those who might have previously felt silenced by stigma. For many, his transparency offered not just insight into his own life, but reassurance that they, too, could face their own battles with courage and support. Though the king's private life remains shielded from public scrutiny as much as possible, his health journey has been very much a public one. His willingness to speak openly has been a beacon of hope for countless others navigating similar challenges. It's remarkable to think how, in an era where the personal is often preserved behind walls of privacy, King Charles chose to offer a piece of himself to the world. In doing so, he did more than just announce a diagnosis. He started a conversation that transcends the walls of Buckingham Palace. And yet, despite this remarkable shift, King Charles has also demonstrated the same level of reserve and dignity that his predecessors have shown throughout history. While the royal family has always been seen as a fixture of stability, King Charles is quietly evolving what it means to lead in the 21st century. His ability to balance modern transparency with timeless royal grace is, in itself, an extraordinary feat. As much as he is an individual, King Charles is also the embodiment of an institution, the British monarchy, that has endured for centuries. This dual role is never easy, and no one understands the weight of that responsibility more than he does. Yet, throughout this entire health journey, one thing has remained constant: his commitment to his people. Every time he steps out in public, whether it's for a grand state event or a more intimate gathering, King Charles does so not just as a monarch, but as a symbol of resilience. This unwavering commitment to public service, despite his personal health struggles, speaks volumes about the man behind the crown. It's not about the title, it's about the service. In a world that often feels uncertain, King Charles's actions are a reminder of the power of perseverance and responsibility. For the people of the United Kingdom, this transparency is a powerful statement. It's a royal family not cloaked in mystery but connected to the pulse of modern society. King Charles's decision to keep the public informed about his treatment is not just a personal choice. It's a strategic step toward modernizing the monarchy. In doing so, he has set a precedent that will likely resonate for generations to come. His example paves the way for a monarchy that is not only adaptable but deeply attuned to the changing world around it. His approach is also helping to reshape how we think about age, health, and public duty. As King Charles continues to perform his royal duties, it's clear that age is not an obstacle, but an opportunity to bring experience, compassion, and wisdom to the role he spent his entire life preparing for. Cancer may have slowed him down, but it hasn't stopped him. His resilience, paired with a deep-rooted sense of purpose, provides a modern narrative of leadership in the face of adversity. The monarchy, which has often been seen as something of the past, is finding new ways to engage with the people. In a time when many feel disconnected from their leaders, King Charles's example offers a refreshing change. A monarch who, despite all odds, remains committed to both the tradition of the crown and the evolving expectations of the public. One of the most poignant moments in King Charles's recent journey was during a visit to a cancer support event in the UK, where he was able to speak about his personal experience. There, he connected not just as a sovereign but as a fellow human being who understands the complexities and fears associated with illness. His words, while rooted in his own experience, resonated deeply with those who have faced their own struggles, both with cancer and other health challenges. His message was clear: resilience, kindness, and support matter. He spoke about the role of the community in healing, emphasizing how vital it is for individuals to surround themselves with care, whether from family, friends, or healthcare professionals. It was a message that carried weight, not only because of who he is but because of the authenticity with which he delivered it. As for his future, much of what King Charles does will continue to be shaped by the ongoing advice from his doctors. His health will be monitored closely, and any adjustments to his schedule will be made in accordance with what is best for his recovery. But this doesn't mean he is stepping away from his duties entirely. On the contrary, his ongoing engagement in public life, despite the health challenges he faces, speaks volumes about his dedication and love for his country. There's no doubt that King Charles's legacy is being written not just through the titles and honors he holds but through the way he chooses to live his life. His decisions, whether in the public or private sphere, reveal a monarch who is as connected to his people as he is to the traditions of his office. His reign, still in its early years, is already marked by moments of profound change and reflection. A reflection of a man who leads with both his head and his heart. As his treatment continues, it's clear that King Charles's ability to lead with both strength and vulnerability will remain a defining feature of his reign. With each passing day, he continues to remind us that even in the face of illness, one can continue to serve, to inspire, and to lead with grace and dignity. And perhaps that is the most inspiring lesson of all, a lesson not just for royalty but for all of us. In the years to come, as King Charles's health journey unfolds, it will be fascinating to see how his legacy continues to evolve. What is certain, however, is that his reign will be remembered not only for the weight of the crown he wears but for the way he has carried it with compassion, transparency, and unwavering dedication to those he serves. The road ahead for King Charles is one of balance between his health, his duties, and his unwavering commitment to the crown. But if his recent actions are any indication, the king will continue to rise to every challenge, showing that the strength of a monarch isn't just measured by the number of years they reign but by the depth of their resilience, the authenticity of their leadership, and the heart with which they serve.